where's my camera? There it is. Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Oh, there we go. I finally got the stream to load at
144p.
At 144p. Yeah, my internet doesn't seem to be too good tonight. That has nothing to do with why I'm blurry though. But it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah. So I'm on my good camera over here, and I'm feeding a 4K signal to my second capture card. So I'm going to be really clear while Try is extremely blurry.
Well, you know what? On my end, we look about equal. So.
Oh well. So I'm the chat is over here, so I'm just going to be looking back and forth. So last week I talked about how I probably wouldn't be here because I was going to families for Christmas, and I'm going tomorrow instead because my daughter got sick on Friday night. Threw up like 4 times throughout the night. Yeah, I mean it was like a lot of throw up. Like we had to like take everything off her bed, and then she threw up in our bed. We're gonna take everything off and change everything on our bed, and we had like this tumbling mat for them, so we put sheets over that, and like her and my wife like slept on the floor for the rest of the night. And then she did throw up on that 2 times, but it didn't get on anything.
Oh, was it something she ate?
We're not quite sure. But she's been okay since like last night. So we'll probably be able to go. We didn't want to go and get everyone else sick. We just wanted to make sure that she was okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Speaking of throwing up, Ace Combat VR missions.
Yeah, for real. So I was thinking about what I could play tonight, and John Linneman did a video on it, and Ace Combat 7 was his game of the year. So I thought, I've been dying to play this. I was thinking about getting a flight stick for the longest time, but I was like, I should probably just like play it first, see if it's worth it. And yeah, so I think that this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope it's going to be a lot of fun. I have no idea what to expect. A couple of things. I really, really hate flying and have a fear of flying. I kind of trace it back to the movie Alive. You ever see Alive, where they like the soccer team, and like it's like based on a true story. They crash landed on a plane or on a mountain, and they end up like having to eat like some of the like flesh off of the deceased people.
Oh,
but they has like a really horrific plane crash segment, and I saw that I was pretty young, and I think it just like really. Because there's a part where like the back of the plane rips off and people are just like going out the back.
It certainly never stopped you from flying.
No. And I did a lot more flying these last couple of years than I had like in my entire life, basically. So it's gotten a lot better.
Same here. I've always liked flying. I like having a window seat. I kind of like, I can be entertained for most of a flight, kind of just like looking out the window. Like, I don't know. I just think it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely gotten a lot better with it and just learned to take it in and enjoy it. But I really don't know what to expect from this. If it's going to be so intense that I'm going to like feel sick, or how it's going to go.
Yeah.
So
like that Battlezone game, I played the demo of it, and it was like it moved too fast for me.
Well, I guess we'll see. We're gonna see what happens, but
like with a game like this, though, like most of what you're seeing move is like pretty far away from you.
Right.
Except for the fact that you might be like going like this or upside down. I don't even know.
Has anybody in the chat played this? Is it pretty awesome? I've heard that it's awesome. So, I thought this would be a fun thing to do because for the last 2 streams that we have like in this house, next week John Lennon will be here and we're gonna do our yearly side-by-side comparison. We're not sure exactly what we're gonna do yet. We might do Turok, the N64 versus the Switch, but we'll see. So we're gonna see how this goes.
All right. Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting for me to see this because I've really only realized in the past several years that like Ace Combat is like a hugely beloved series, and I've
Yeah, yeah.
really barely played anything. I think maybe I booted up one of them on the PSIO or something. Like to me, like it always like I always just lumped it in. Honestly, I don't think I even realized it was Japanese for the longest time. Like I just lumped it in with your general like Medal of Honor,
Right, but
whatever.
no, it's got like
Except
a
planes.
big.
Like I had no idea that it was like this thing that people were like super passionate about and has like a cool story and stuff. And I guess is like a fictional like
Yeah,
kind of world.
yeah. I have 4, 5, and 0, but I've only really played 2 on the PS1. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be kind of all new to me. So, should we do it?
Yeah, let's
Should we
do
it? All right, I'm going in.
I think my internet maybe evened out a bit. I'm going to see if I can bring the stream on, bring it up on my TV again because it was kind of failing at that. Well, it's pretty poor quality, but it is there. It's working.
Okay, how do I look?
Ace Combat is Metal Gear in the air. I mean, that sounds kind of awesome. You know,
Yes.
I mean, I don't really. I mean, is Ace Combat 7 a good place to start?
That's what I asked John, and he said yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
So if this goes pretty quick, then maybe we'll play some of the regular story. You know.
I think the PSVR is pretty comfy with glasses on.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I've never had a problem with that. Sometimes, like, I might have to clean my glasses after using it.
All right. So, okay. Do I sound okay? Everyone needs to let me know if I need to adjust anything.
Sound fine over here. But yeah, I've never been like too interested in realistic like dogfighting, which I don't know how realistic Ace Combat really is. Ooh, you're barely on camera there. Like, I
can probably tilt it downwards more.
Yeah, you probably no. I mean, you're fine on this camera, but on the PlayStation camera, you're barely on. Like, does the location of your move? Are you using move or controller?
Controller. Hang on, let me switch it.
Like, I don't know if like the light needs to be seen by the camera.
I need to adjust the wires here so I can get them out of my way, anyways.
But Nasarius says I would start with Ace Combat 2, then 450. But if Ace Combat 7's not a bad starting point, that's appealing in some ways just because it's new. Yeah, like I've always kind of preferred on rails shooters. Like when I think of like even something like Rogue Squadron is okay, but I don't like it nearly as much as most people seem to. I just prefer on rails shooters. Like just having that free roam. Like I don't know, they're always like they move kind of slow, so I just don't know what to think.
Oh, I just heard a donation come in.
Oh yeah, we got $2 from Gaming Blows. I'm not sure if I should say the whole thing out loud, but I'll substitute it with Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas. Here we go. So I'm gonna play on easy just for the first one because it says like you have to play with expert controls. So we're gonna see how this goes. Ooh. How's the feed look to you? No.
Well, my quality is going up pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, this looks good. You're looking around,
Mm-hmm.
looking around.
It's been a while
Looks
since I played a
pretty
VR
realistic.
game. I mean, I probably haven't
And
played a VR game.
this is the
since-
first. You said this is the first time that you've used it with the Pro.
Yes.
I don't really know what kind of enhancements. I mean, because it can only do so much resolution anyway. So I don't really know what kind of enhancements to expect on the Pro. When you're using the PlayStation VR, the feed that it outputs is always 1080p as far as I can tell.
That's why I put in a request to have you assigned to the newly established IUNPKF.
What turned me off about the Rogue Squadron games? I mean, to be clear, I like the Rogue Squadron games. I just feel like other people like them a lot more than I do.
That's where you come in.
You know, I think Rogue Leader is like, I mean, especially as a launch game for the GameCube, really incredible game.
All right, here we go.
But when I compare those to like on rails shooters, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. There's just something about sort of flying around slowly and then, you know, looking for these little dots way ahead of you that you have to like kind of shoot ahead of, like kind of shoot like where you predict that they will be. You know, and they're really far away. Like, I don't know. Like it's fun, but I just feel like I don't get as much out of it as I feel other people do, maybe.
Yeah. Here we go. It's my favorite part so far. Loading screen.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed those games. Rebel Strike, less so. I actually kind of enjoyed Battle for Naboo, even. But it still, it's like I feel like people like really
the Albatross control tower.
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna be launching off from aircraft carrier, looks like.
Do you know how many missions you'll have access to?
I think it has 3 missions.
After takeoff, you'll be under command of the AWACS Sky Eye contact the unidentified aircraft.
You like really? I feel like I'm moving.
Is it weird?
It's weird.
Wind is 130 degrees.
Is your controller like vibrating?
A little bit, yeah.
Omega 11, you are cleared for takeoff. Okay,
There we go. Oh man.
Are you getting nervous?
A little bit.
In the air, Mobius 1, stand by. Mobius 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Let's see all the controls and everything. I'm gonna move this out of the way in case I need to move around.
Do you have like hands and legs?
Yeah, you can see it. See me down there? I'm looking at them.
Not it. No, oh yeah, I see your legs.
Yeah.
Mobius 1, get to it.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Do you even know what the controls are?
I
Oh
don't.
gosh, there you go. Woo!
Oh, that's kind of cool. It is kind of cool.
Altitude restriction lifted.
Oh, it does make me feel a little nauseous though, but not like in a bad way.
It makes me feel nauseous, but not in a bad way. I don't think that's the sentence I've ever heard.
This is AWACS Sky Eye of the 118th Tactical Fighter Wing.
Holy
Oh,
cow.
look at those
Under our command
clouds.
from here on out.
Like they're really there.
Follow Mobius 1. This could turn into a firefight.
I hope this guy's the real deal.
You'll find out if he is soon enough.
I guess that's my
Everyone will.
missiles.
This guy's the real deal.
Whew.
Does it feel a little better now that you're like up and
A little bit, yeah, but I definitely feel like I'm
nauseous, but not in a bad way?
Not in a bad way. Whoa. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can flip over here. Should I try it?
I don't know. It's your call. Like, what's your mission? Are there enemies?
Oh, that's my mission. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I can look at my... Oh, here we go. Let's try this. I have a map down here.
Yeah, pressure sensitive buttons I feel like was kind of a big miss on PS2.
The music is really good.
I already kind of wrote about that in my script for the next first party controllers episode. Woo, you're upside down. Or you were. I mean, it's fine, but it's just like not a great idea. It's not a reliable input method. It definitely was a bad idea. Something that I didn't realize, and I still need to verify if this is totally true, but apparently PS3
We're
actually
picking
has
up
the
several
pressure sensitive
unidentified
buttons as
aircraft.
well.
Omega 11, try contacting them
Which
via
is
radio.
something I didn't
Unidentified
realize.
aircraft. This is the IUN PKF. Unidentified aircraft has a radar lock
If it's
on us.
true.
Missile.
Bandit
Uh-oh.
fired.
Missile.
The unidentified aircraft are confirmed hostile.
Shoot,
Weapons
Oh,
free.
did you lean forward? Like
Yeah.
it looked like it
Don't let
was
them
in
in the
a
base.
Whoa.
So you're like looking ahead at those guys.
Yeah, I'm
but
following
like,
them.
you need your like that's not going to be where you're going to be shooting.
Right. Try this.
Obvious run, missile fired.
Oh,
we got a $1.99 from Paul Sutton who says, "Good luck landing on the carrier." Yeah, you're probably going like
I'm gonna-
meet all these guys and then you got a lot of water on your.
I know. Oof.
Bandit in my sight. Enemy on your tail. Caution. Not sure if you'll make it.
That's a good question. I don't know how pressure sensitive.
I got him. Whoa.
Those two remain calm.
Did you see that?
You just like you flew through the wreckage. Is that your aircraft carrier way down
Enemy
there?
has a lock.
Where? Down there?
It-
Yeah,
it
I think
kinda
so.
Small.
Missile.
Whoa.
You're behind on target kills.
I'm trying.
The Nefarious says many of the same composers do the Soul Calibur music too. Does it sound like Soul Calibur?
A little bit,
Oh
yeah.
no!
I know. We'll try that again, though. I wanted to see if that was the aircraft carrier. Okay, there's checkpoints.
You flew too far from the sun.
This is AWACS, Sky Eye of the 118th Tactical Fighter Wing. You'll be under our
so there's
command from here on
checkpoints.
out.
That's good.
Yeah.
Omega 11, follow Mobius 1. This could turn into a firefight.
Do that from the
Hope
start.
this guy's the real deal.
You'll find out if he is soon enough. Everyone will.
Apparently the game audio is a tad bit too loud.
Okay, hang on. I can feel for it over here.
I feel like that usually doesn't happen.
See if that helps. That should help a little bit. Okay. Yeah, the music is really good.
Does it sound
We're
like
picking
Soul
up several
Calibur?
Yes.
unidentified aircraft. Omega
That's
11,
cool.
try
I like
contacting
Soul
them via radio.
Unidentified aircraft. This is the IUN PKF. Unidentified aircraft has a radar lock on us.
Missile.
Bandit fired.
The
Missile.
unidentified aircraft.
The
are
audio is
confirmed
deemed to be
hostile.
perfect
Weapons
from the
free.
person who complained in the first
Great.
place.
Don't let them near the base.
Okay.
Missile away.
What? I'm drawing a blank on the name of
Bandit in my sight.
the N64 sort of Ace Combat-like series. What is that called?
Oh, I know what you're
Um,
talking about.
It's like the
Aero Fighters, was it?
Aero Fighters Assault.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 of them, and at least one of them is actually pretty pricey, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one that you had, and you gave it to somebody.
I-
you got it. You inherited
I
it.
sold it to someone for maybe like $40. It was complete actually. I could have got a lot more out of it, but it was like a 13 or 14-year-old kid, you know, and he was like really into N64 and had this ambition to like collect all the N64 games, and you know, I wanted to help. I felt more value out of helping him get a strong start on his collection than, you know, getting a lot of money out of it. But I think I probably could have got like, at the time, probably gotten like $70 or something out of it if I wanted. Maybe more than that. It might have been worth it.
Oh, man. Oh. This is pretty cool. Come on.
Is it really helpful being able to just like
Look wherever I want.
immediately look wherever you want?
Yeah, like follow it.
Yeah.
Enemy at the rock. Evasive maneuvers.
I get him? Come on.
What's my most expensive N64 game now?
Conquer, maybe?
Maybe Conquer, but you know what? I can't find my box. It's like the only game that I am the only N64 game I'm the original owner that I can't find my box.
Behind my target. Attacking.
Missile.
Mobius 1, you're
Missile.
coordinated.
Missile.
Bandit in my sight.
So maybe that's it. Like I didn't have that that
You're behind on target kills.
like
Missile.
I ended up with like some of the friends N64 games,
Fox 2.
and you know I let go of some of them after a bit. Like he didn't care what I did with them.
I don't know what's going on here, if I'm in the storm or where I'm at right now. Oh, okay. I was just flying.
That water looks really good.
Does.
Locked on bandit. Attacking.
Hopefully this is a guy I'm supposed to be going after. Yeah. Oh.
Bombers confirmed destroyed.
All right.
What controllers would you recommend that wasn't covered on the third-party controllers episode?
This is Sniper 2.
Hmm.
Read the situation.
Yeah, I think we looked at almost
Viper 2
everything we had
and Ranger 1.
available
Assist
to
Mobius
us.
1.
Uh,
All
At least for
I'm
those
not sure if I-
generations, yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure if I've used anything since then. Well, with that episode, with the third-party controllers episode, we weren't really going by generations. We were just looking at whatever we could.
Missile. Missile.
So I don't know. I can't think of anything I've used since then. That would be like, ooh, I recommend.
We're picking up something new on radar.
Our reinforcements are here. We got the upper hand now. Conquer it.
If you were playing this regularly, do you think you would be using like cockpit view or?
No. Usually I prefer third person.
Yeah, I agree.
It's more similar to Afterburn, which is
Mhm.
what I like. I guess we're going back in here. Whoa! Now we're.
Mobius 1, enemy down.
Here we go. Look at this.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Woo!
I know.
You skimmed that mountain.
That's what I wanted to do.
Me and me and one of my friends back in the day, we whenever we were playing Pilot Wing 64, we would fly like the gyrocopter, and we would
See how
like
close you could get.
we would fly as low to the ground as we could, and like fly as close to obstacles as we could, and we called it Bond flying. So we were just trying to impress each other with how good our Bond flying was.
Oh, got him.
I mean, that was, you know, that was something that we did a lot. Was like we were just like playing like single player A64 games and just like trading off and like seeing who could do like crazier stuff. Like that was just something that was really fun for us. We did that all the time, and Mario 64, Pilot Wings, GoldenEye.
Switch targets.
This was Bond's deadly fate.
That's right. It was John Linneman's Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed John's list because he clearly made no apologies for you know, kind of having some retro inclinations toward the retro design sensibilities.
Right.
It just gave no apologies for it. It just went all in on that list. I mean, there were, you know, some games like Death Stranding that were not of that ilk, but still, it made me very happy how shamelessly retro that was.
Well, a lot of those will be on our list too. Well, I mean, they're not really games of the year type lists, but they're just like the stuff that we played.
Yeah, the stuff we played. I mean, you know, I'm not going to spoil it at this point, but I've probably already kind of said before what my 2019 game of the year is in terms of, you know, games that actually released in 2019. And I think I've probably already spoiled what my new to me 2019 game is.
Oh,
A 1999.
Looks like you're running out of targets. Will you be okay?
So
I hope I
I
get
think
the
it's
land.
going to be a fun list this year.
Yeah. We had to trim it down a bit. I mean, just not trim it down, but just trim down the overall length. There's just not going to be enough time to make it. Because we released the last two on December 31st. We want to do the same with this one.
Yes. And we decided this week that the first episode of the 5-part documentary series
Will be our
is
first.
going to be the first episode of 2020, no matter what. I believe we've probably said on the stream before that our plan with the documentary series has been to get all 5 of them done, or at least, you know, the first like 3.5 done, and then start releasing them so that it could be 5 straight weeks in a row, 1 week apart. And I think we had both been feeling that was becoming untenable. It was gumming up the works is what it was doing.
Yeah.
It was that goal was hindering our work and made it really difficult to just achieve what we wanted to in terms of releases, in terms of finishing the series. You said, you know what, why don't we just start the workflow that we want to do, which is where we sort of trade off editing duties, and the person who is not the editor is, you know, plays full-on support, you know, gathering materials, B-roll, game footage, whatever. And we're just going to start doing that with the documentary series right away. So the first release of the year will be part 1 of the documentary series. and then we're going to do.
Oh shoot!
Oh, what's going to happen? Ooh!
I almost made it.
That was a way to die.
Yeah, it doesn't send me that far back, I don't think.
But yeah, so the new plan for the documentary series is, is probably going to be closer to one a month for 5 months. I wish it wouldn't be such a prolonged thing, but it's the best way to get it done.
Yeah, and also, you know, we don't want people to feel like that's all we're doing for a while. So
yeah,
it's
I mean,
good for us to alternate back and forth.
I like to hope that most people are going to love it, but if, like, for example, someone just wasn't into that kind of content, then, you know, it might be kind of a long time. So we're going to alternate. We're going to do episode 1 of the documentary series, and then another episode of some kind, and then episode 2 of the documentary series, and another episode, and so on until all 5 are done. And then, you know, then it'll just be whatever. We got a $5 donation from
thank you.
Greg Watt. Saying, hey, while you're in the middle of your dogfight, I gotta ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is this game on VR?
It's... I mean, so far, it's not super intense, but I bet that the following missions will be a lot more intense. I bet there's gonna be stuff where you're flying in between buildings and stuff like that. So I bet it's gonna get better. I mean, it's still awesome. I mean, it's.
It looks pretty wild, really.
Yeah. Does it make you want to give it a shot?
I mean, I definitely would love to give it a shot. I still don't know what I would think of just like the standard gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would think it was fine. I just don't know if I'm love it.
There's an enemy unit approaching the base. Take it out.
But who knows? I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. How much did you pay for it?
Special weapon reload.
I think it was 20 when I got it. I've been waiting for a deal on it. So.
Yeah.
Something just came up on our radar. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
And wasn't this the first?
Okay. I was trying to adjust my.
Yeah, I saw that. Woo! We got a $2 donation from Ben Brody.
Oh, what's it gonna be this time?
Who says, $2, but you have to show it in your parent voice. Does that work?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just pause it for a second. I need to adjust this so it doesn't. It's just like really tight on my face.
Locked on bandit, attacking. Hey, what are we here for? Just to look good? A bandit has a lock on you.
Oh.
Missile fired.
Moving forward, bandit locked on.
No, I seriously doubt the Frame Meister is part of Coury's equation here.
Of what?
playing your PlayStation 4 Pro with your PlayStation VR.
Not this time.
You know, I wonder how tolerant because you know I've never tried it, but can't you plug other inputs into the HDMI?
Yeah.
In theory, on there, like I wonder if it would like accept OSSC at all, or anything like that. Like,
You can pass OSS3 through, OSSC through it. A lot of people have done that to solidify the signal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like I know you could do that with Xbox One. That's actually kind of cool. Like I wonder, like I bet with scan lines on, like kind of a low resolution, the PSVR headset itself, I bet it might look kind of awesome with scan lines on.
Viper 2, it's just a decoy.
How often do we use the Frame Meister since the OSSC?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I used it on the Sega Ages video.
Yeah, we mostly it's like a 480i thing for us at this point, I'd say.
Yes.
Otherwise, I mean, to be clear, when the OSSC first came out, I did not use it very much because neither worked very well with my capture cards, nor worked very well with my main TV at the time. And once I got my my 4K TV, and it worked great with it, I started using it more and more. Then I got I built a new computer and got a capture card that was tolerant of it as well. So now it's what I use most of the time. Oh, we got a $5 Ben Birdie. He says 15 million. But you can no longer use toilet paper. You have to carry around a towel or handkerchief. You know, I have to be honest. Back, gosh, when was it? It was earlier this year. I actually got a a bidet like they have in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you know, when all the toilets in the hotel rooms have them, and I did not want to try it. I resisted until the very last day, where it was like, you know what, like maybe I wouldn't have to put so much work into wiping if I actually tried this. And I tried it. And I did not enjoy the experience in the moment. But boy, let me tell you, made the wiping job a whole heck of a lot easier. And you know, I earlier this year, I decided I was sick of wasting so much time. Why? You know?
Yeah.
So I got one. You can get it. It's just like, actually, it's like $35. It's called, the one I got is called Lex Bidet. I was trying to sell Dave, Game Dave on it. We were at Retro World. He sounded intrigued. But I mean, now I'm used to it. It doesn't feel like super weird, like when I was in Japan. And I still use toilet paper because, I mean, you know, hey, you use it and then, you know, you got water all over you. You know, you need to get that off. But man, you feel clean. You feel real clean, and it's just, it's good. It is good.
I need to like adjust this. I feel like this is like really
and
weighing down
now
my glasses. I don't know
being
why.
away from that is like my least favorite.
It's your least favorite thing?
Is my least favorite part of travel, is being away.
That's
being
why.
away.
There we go.
I even got one to
There we go.
install in
Much better. There we go. It's too
in the
tight on my face.
bathroom that I mostly use my parents' house. Like that's I mean, it's $35. It's like so cheap. So if anyone else feels like wiping just takes too dang long, I recommend it.
Well, I'll keep
So
that in
if that's part of the equation, then I accept Ben Birdie.
mind. Okay.
In gun range. Bandit behind you.
I'm afraid to take my eyes off of looking forward here.
Obvious one is shot down a bandit.
My life is butt cleansing.
We're not picking up anything on radar.
I mean, you know,
Mission
it's
accomplished. Good work.
something everyone has to do. You know?
Well, yeah. We're all humans here,
And
right?
sometimes it just takes too dang long.
Sometimes, yeah.
You know from fighting just once?
You know?
Do I get to go and land?
And-
now?
That's all you like.
And I
There will be
finally
more
accepted
battles.
that there are products that
Until
ease
then,
that
we
shit,
rest. Return to base.
and they are good.
Ooh, I think I get to return the base. I wonder if I get to land it. Oh no. It's
What
fading
was
out.
the controller stand that my
Oh yeah, we got some comments on that one.
yeah, so the one that it was
Control tower.
the official
We'll take it from here.
it was the official Super Nintendo controller for Switch that the Switch Online subscribers get, as well as the official Joy-Cons.
On course.
I don't know what it's called. I mean, if you search
1600
Google,
meters per
I think it's like $15.
Altitude raise nose.
Here we go.
I forget
I'm doing
who
it.
makes
I'm doing
it.
it. You seeing this?
I'm watching. But the key
Oh.
is that
Oh.
the Joy-Con
Confirmed. Excellent landing. Nice
charging
job,
dock.
Mobius One. Nice work. Now go
Oh, you
drink
did
that
it.
before your next
Oh
trip.
man, that was a quicker stop than I thought it would be.
Well, they have like a hook. I mean, that's how it
Oh.
really works.
But anyway, the key that you need to look for is that the Joy-Con charger doesn't have a base.
Right. So it makes it
Because
easier
that's
to-
because the NES
one.
Joy-Cons come down lower than standard Joy-Con. So, I mean, I think I can drop the link. I may as well. It won't be an affiliate link, unfortunately. But you know, if you wanted to buy it and you wanted to support us, maybe click through one of our Amazon affiliate links.
It's pretty cheap. It's like it was like 11 or something. When you bought it, it was like $11. I think it might be like $14 now.
Yeah, because I linked someone here. It's a Power A Joy-Con and Pro Controller charging dock. But I have another caveat to it. I mean, it is great. It comes with a little dongle. I actually have my Super Nintendo controller next to me, and the dongle is plugged into it. It's a USB-C dongle that's meant for Pro controllers. And it sits just beautifully on that dock. It just sits there beautifully. But it won't charge normally. There's a little button on it that it's expecting the Pro controller to depress, and then it causes these little metallic prongs to stick up and actually contact the metal. I tried just like holding the button down with like electrical tape.
It
It
doesn't
didn't
work.
quite work. It didn't quite work. So I'm sure I can rig up some method. Like
Mhm.
I even tried sticking like a bumper or something on the bottom of this controller, like a rubber foot type thing. See if that would like hit it. I'm determined
Oh,
to
this is
figure out
look
a
at
way.
this. Oh, geez, that's horrifying right there.
Oh, it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. Oh jeez.
This is cool. All right, well. Oh, geez. This.
So anyway, I'm determined to make that dock actually charge this.
Yeah.
But I haven't made it yet. So don't buy it expecting it's going to actually
Then we're going
charge
to launch
that.
the AWACS after you.
Take out those
Secure
AWACS.
air superiority.
This is kind of cool.
Do you think Sony can have success in the handheld market? And I mean, shown
Didn't they say they're definitely done with the handheld market?
that they want to return. I mean, unless they can, do a Switch equivalent, I don't think that's very likely. Unless it's like decades in the future. Where
Whoa!
this is wild.
Mobius One's taken down. The operation can now continue.
oh my gosh. You almost look like you tried to fly it down.
Yeah, well, Whoops.
Yes, the dock that I linked will let you charge the NES Joy-Cons. Those will work. NES Joy-Cons will work. The Super Nintendo one can probably be made to work, but it doesn't really work normally. But it can charge appropriately. Yeah, this is a wild start on this.
Yeah, this is awesome, actually. I mean, it's kind of horrifying, too. Like this. Watch him right here. Right past me. That wing when it hits the ground. It's like...
Flying all over the place.
Gray Mark 2 crash. Extinguish the flames.
This is Sky Eye. Take off
This is-
first,
it's
then
pretty
we're going
cool.
to launch the AWACS after you.
It'll be a sitting duck.
Secure air superiority.
Mobius 1, take off at once.
You know, I enjoy playing the Switch on the TV. You know, it doesn't particularly bother me for it to be lower resolution. I mean, yeah, I like the high res
Here we go.
4K
Oh,
experience, but you know, I actually use the Switch a lot as
I'm gonna do
a
it this
mixture.
time.
You
There you
know,
go.
handheld and on TV. I switch with the Switch much more often than I expected.
Excellent takeoff. We're counting on you. Interceptors inbound.
Whew.
You idiots are late. This is Viper 2.
This is pretty cool. The music is really good. Here we go. It's payback time.
My plane's sluggish.
This is Sky Eye, requesting takeoff clearance.
Denied. Not clear.
That's cool.
Copy that, tower.
Firing. Mobius 1, you've been spiked.
Missile.
I think there's unlimited missiles too, which is kind of nice.
Viper 2, Fox 2. Escape lock, breaking away.
I mean, the hardware is certainly competent for its power level. I mean, it's a well-made machine, you know, the Switch is. But I mean, I don't think they're losing out on much because I mean, the Switch is doing very well. I mean, sure, there's a segment of the market, but you know, most of those people probably buy other consoles or have PCs anyway. You know,
Right.
so they're buying the Switch for different games. I buy a lot of indie games on the Switch where it's like it's not going to matter that much. And you know, and Nintendo, you know, always does. You know, their art style just works well on the Switch. So
That was from Gray Mark 2.
I like having the ability to
Enemy confirmed. Flag 11.
take it with me and play on the TV on the same system. You know, it's
Can't see any allies.
you know, yeah, they're
I thought I was over for a minute there. I thought I was over water, and it's just I was flying upside down.
Oh.
It's like, oh, I thought I was over the ground. It turns out.
So is this
This is
game
Sky Eye.
motion sick at all?
Not really.
It's
No.
possible to defend
No,
the
so
It
base
had
which
times
would
it
protect
does.
the enemy.
Like I kind of
Requesting takeoff clearance.
makes me feel a little weird, but it's not bad.
Copy that, tower.
Missile.
You know, I feel like I was telling you just.
Missile.
A lot of times it's only games where I have to aim where I'm shooting. That seems to do it.
Missile.
Hmm.
Missile.
But you know, if you go like Best Buy right now, like I feel like the Switch has the most interesting section to look through right now.
Yeah.
Like there's just interesting games there. It's like, oh, I didn't know about this, or I didn't know there was a physical copy of this, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Whereas like, you know, it's weird, like maybe it's just a sign that like the PS4 and Xbox One generations are winding down, but like I almost feel like the PS4 section is even more boring than the Xbox One section right now. It's just
A bit, yeah.
like, it's just the Switch. I swear it had there's more selection in the Switch section. Like those sections are
Altitude restriction lifted.
much reduced in Best Buy
Copy that,
compared to
tower.
what they were a few years ago. it's kind of surprising to me actually.
All enemy aircraft
But that's
confirmed
been
down.
a big surprise for me. Has been just how much enjoyment I've been getting
Radar
out of
detection
like
range has expanded.
looking at games in stores again.
Picking up
Like
enemy
that was
ground
something that
forces in
hasn't been
area around
fun
the east
since
substation.
I heard a
That's
since
donation
I
come in.
since I was a teenager, really.
Defend the substation immediately.
Paul Sutton has $4.99. Thank you. Saying usually y'all got me looking at eBay for games. Now you've got me looking at Home Depot for base.
UPS to see your allies.
You know, I was not able to find one. Like at first I was looking at like Lowe's. They don't sell them. I couldn't find them.
Caution.
Oh, this is cool. Like flying over the
Or you
ground.
might have like bought like a toilet with one like built in. Like, but you could just buy the attachment that like sits between like the seat layer.
No, two.
Or it sits under the bottom seat. That's $15 on Amazon.
Missile.
Works great. You might need to get like a little sort of bumpers to stick on your toilet seat so that
Oh, jeez. I didn't even
raises-
see it.
Obvious one's taken down.
raises
The operation
up
cannot
off
continue.
the
I didn't even see that thing coming.
oh so that it raises up off of the lid or the lip of the toilet, whatever, the ceramic part, so that the
Radar
seat
detection range has
sets
expanded.
up a bit because of the added width under the seat.
Picking up enemy
Will
ground forces
kind
in
of
area
cause it to
around
like
the
go
east
down sort of
substation.
weird, so you might need to buy
That
that.
substation powers the base. Defend the substation immediately.
We got another $5 from Ben Brody. Wow.
Thank you.
Missile.
Missile.
I am giving you a fair warning. If you two do not have a holly jolly Christmas, then I will never donate another penny to this channel. I promise you. Whew. Well,
We'll
here's
do our best.
Here's our hoping to have a holly. I very much expect to. and thank you very much.
Jeez, I gotta look out for these electrical towers here.
Enemy aircraft spotted.
Oh, yeah, they're really hard to see.
They are. They mix in with the color.
Yeah.
Doesn't help. I mean, I suppose it's realistic.
Missile.
Moving forward. Missile incoming.
Missile.
Keep attacking aircraft.
I'll tell you one thing is, I am definitely gonna just play the single player campaign on this. Like, as my next game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome.
Missile. Missile.
I mean, I feel like it's probably just awesome normally, too.
Get out of there.
Missile.
Does Adam Cameron have experience installing a bidet? Was I grossed out with the install? Clean my toilet for 20 minutes before. Yeah, let me tell you, those little like square or round caps or whatever that like cover the hardware that like screws the seat to the actual ceramic. There's unpleasant stuff on those caps. It's true.
Half of the units taken out. Missile launched.
Find shelter and hide. My wings are icing up.
What am I shooting at here?
How did they manage to bear down our numbers so fast?
I don't know what happens when I fly through the wires, though. I don't even want to know.
Yeah, I could see those not having any protection. Possible. Those trees are definitely like kind of cheap looking, but I understand why.
Substation was hit and the control
Yeah.
building was damaged.
You know, I wonder if like trees look better in non-VR mode since they have more resources.
Lock on you.
You know, but it's nice that there's so many of them. Woo! Why'd you fly so low? Just for the throw. Whoa! Whoa! We got
Missile.
from Daniel Knight. We got
Missile.
is it
Missile.
$38.04?
38?
$38.04, I think. But it says Merry Christmas, and it said something about Bitcoin, I think.
Oh, well, maybe it's.
I think it was 30.
Oh, the 38.
I don't know if it
and
was
the-
like just like a bit. I think it was a certain amount of Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, it must have been
Came
the.
out to 38.40.
Well, thank you.
whatever
I mean, that might be
it was.
the. Oh, what's it called? I have the one link for crypto in the
Oh, okay.
description where
And
people
that,
can donate using that. Well, thank you. Jeez, thank you.
thank
Those
you.
guys are putting their lives at risk protecting us. Let's get this place back online.
Yeah, I mean, I've like dabbled in it. Like I've used the. I've been using the.
All aircraft. The base is under
What is
attack
it
from enemy
called?
ground
The
units.
basic attention (BAC),
Return immediately.
Mm-hmm.
which I
It seems this
have
was
us on the
enemy's
list
objective
of
all along.
people that use it. It's like for content creators and stuff.
Oh, we got another $2 from Ben Brody. This one I'm gonna leave to you because very ignorant about music. $2, but you have to sing "Highway to the Danger Zone."
It's the you never see. Have you ever seen Top Gun?
I still have not seen Top Gun.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I know what song you're talking about.
Highway to the danger zone.
yeah,
Gonna take you
that one.
right into the danger zone. Hopefully that was acceptable.
We got Steve Retrotech
Missile.
in the chat.
Missile.
Steve, he just passed 5,000 subs on his channel.
Ammunition zero.
Wow, nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, anyone that I know Corey has talked it up pretty good, but anyone who needs a little
Enemy reinforcements are approaching the base.
information about really working on CRTs and that maybe some of our videos don't get definitely check out his channel. He's got some good like service menu and geometry and convergence type stuff going on there.
Missile.
So
This is
excellent
cool,
stuff.
like flying so low to the ground. I love it.
Target hit.
Oh, maybe I got him.
Missile.
Missile inbound.
Missile.
Evade.
Missile.
Whoa.
Missile.
Let me get this guy.
Missile.
There you go.
Missile.
Vehicle down.
Missile.
Now I went after this guy.
Locked on hit.
Missile.
Ben Brody, another $2. Thank you. Saying for Christmas you should have a burger with a fried egg.
Oh yeah, you
I
should.
mean, I don't know about for Christmas specifically.
Missile.
There's a new burger joint near my parents' house though that me and my dad were thinking about checking out maybe the day after Christmas.
The defense is on the ropes.
Don't know if they got the egg on a burger thing going on.
Caution. Missile. Missile. Missile.
This is a weird thing in America because it's pretty normal in Australia. I mean, I think it's
Yeah,
it's
the
a
place,
common.
first place I had it was at an Australian
Missile.
place in or not,
Missile.
yeah, an Australian
Missile.
theme or whatever in New York.
Oh
Called the
really?
Sunburned Cow.
Huh. Never heard of like an Australian restaurant.
Missile.
Yeah, I mean, to me it sounds pretty weird, but people say it's good. I want to try it someday. But it's actually quite common at like
Missile.
what quote unquote gourmet burger places. Any place that has like a selection of more creative burgers usually will have like a burger, at least one burger with fried egg on it.
Helicopters.
But it's not something that you would just your average bar and grill restaurant would likely have. It would usually be like a specialty burger. And speaking of eggs, we got 2 pounds and 99. I don't know what 299 pounds say that. I don't. What are your? Is that 2 pounds and 99 shillings? I'm not. Do you use shillings still, or is that just Robin Hood? I don't know. From Jimmy Duck Egg.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Thanks for another great year. Well, thank you. You know, Coury was looking at like the full episodes we released this year, and it's not a large number. Like we feel like in like half of the year next year we'll possibly beat like our full episode count in 2020, because we've got plans to get content out a lot more efficiently.
We need reinforcements now.
Viper
to the base.
Oof. Missile.
Viper 2, focus on air support.
I'm going after this tank.
Caution.
So I can sit, hang out in the neighborhood. Whoa!
3 to go.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
You see that? They said
Missile.
I'm the only pilot.
Missile.
Like we're
Oh,
getting
no.
beat. We're gonna say one pilot. We're getting beat by one guy. Oh, that just got taken down.
OS1 is down.
That was still kind of cool.
Was that because
I got hit.
You got hit?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what kind of dodge mechanics do you really have?
Wait, what's this?
Well, I mean, it's just a.
All aircraft.
I mean,
the base is under
Any
Just
plans to
flying.
make a video? Any plans to make
Return
cards for
immediately.
Nintendo DS? A friend of mine has an R4 flash card, and I think it's broken. I tried to use it, didn't really work.
Mobius 1, target down.
So I don't know. I definitely want to play like the Ace Attorney Investigations 2 fan translation. I mean, that'd be a nice way to do it. I don't know if there's other options for flashcards for those systems.
Missile.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
I mean, those were definitely controversial when the DS was like a relevant platform on the market, because they were
Something
like
appeared on
flashcards
Enemy
that were,
reinforcements are approaching the base. Take them down.
encouraging like piracy of games that you could go and buy and new in a store. I don't really know how well engineered they are. It's just that they were available. I don't know much about them. I'll be curious if like better solutions for that come around in the next few years. Wow, we got another donation from Paul Sutton, $4.99. Happy to see Skylar from Cybermorph found work in this game. Missile. Where did you learn to fly? Missile.
You know, John brought me a copy. He's from Germany. He brought me a copy of Rayman for the Jaguar.
Oh,
It doesn't have a
really?
label on it. It just has like a printed.
Missile.
I
Missile.
don't know. It's a label you print off where it's just like the text. It just says Rayman on it because he got a complete copy of it recently.
So was it just like a copy where is it a legit copy and
Oh
the
yeah.
label?
It just doesn't have a label on it.
Okay, so it just was torn off and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've got that, but no Jag.
I don't have a Jag, but I have I have a Jag controller, and I have. Yeah, but John in the
Just slowly assembling the pieces.
yeah. John's gonna do a Jaguar segment in the next first party controllers episode about the Jag controller.
Oh, okay. Whoa, we got $24.99
Hey,
from
thank you.
Sean Quinn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we got. See, here's a toilet.
The defense is on the ropes.
What?
there's a toilet emoji. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. I can't wait to see what MLiG has in store for 2020. Maybe try. We'll have a bonus episode for us. What do you? Oh, a bonus toilet related episode. You know, I mean, maybe I could.
Missile.
Maybe I need to make like a theme out of including what's his name? I think it's Lago the toilet from Banjo Kazooie and Mad Monster Mansion. I think that's his name.
Missile.
Maybe we can work him in as a recurring character. Kind of like, I don't know if anyone has spotted him, but been attempting to make old Dynamite Duke. You know, sort of peek in at the corner every now and then on some of our episodes. We got a $2 donation
Thank
from
you.
Tenchi Ryua. I hope I didn't butcher that too badly. You can use flares with L3 and R3. You get
Oh,
what do they do?
that's
Just like help you keep your bearings or something?
no. Flares make it so you drop flares behind you for missiles. It will like make it'll distract the missile.
Missile.
Oh, gotcha.
Missile. Missile.
There we go. Oh, you can hold them down. Okay, I got it. I heard it.
Missile.
Mobius
Missile.
1, missile inbound.
Missile. Missile.
Let me see if I can see it.
Missile. Missile.
Almost out of chaff and flares.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Almost out now. Just to use them all up. Got overexcited about it.
Missile.
Omega 11, locked on Bandit.
Caution.
Enemy locked on.
Steve, I need to ask you sometime
Mobius
about
1, missile inbound.
I've got a Commodore monitor, and I actually haven't really done much with it yet, but
Enemy on your
I was
tail.
just moving it around a bit, and I noticed that the tube like actually has come loose from the the tube has actually come kind of loose from the frame, like I can like see inside it, like the
Wait,
tube
what's
is like
this?
kind of wobbling, like it's not stuck to the
All
front.
aircraft. The base is under
I
attack.
need to
from
ask you
ground
about that
units.
sometime.
Return immediately.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
It seems
Pull
this
up.
was the enemy's objective all along.
This is Viper 2, locked on Bandit.
Missile.
Aircraft, they must have found our position.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I should team up with Norman Caruso to
Something
do
appeared
a
on
this
radar.
old house style
Enemy
episode on
reinforcements are approaching
toilets.
the base. Take 'em down.
Has he done anything about toilets before?
I have no idea.
Caution.
I could see Norm on a house style production.
Did you watch his Mario 3 video?
I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but I was very impressed with what I saw.
Yeah. It's very
I
good.
loved that archival footage, that
Right,
that
right.
tape footage. Yeah, like I'd never seen that stuff before. I don't know where it came from.
If we lose the base, it's all over.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
All enemy helicopters down.
Missile. Missile.
Prepare anti-aircraft.
Watch your chaff and flare
Missile.
supply.
Playing any Wipeout games? I know you're a bit of a Wipeout.
Yeah, I like.
Caution. Pull up.
I mean, I
Missile. Missile.
favor F-Zero
Missile.
more,
Missile.
but I think that like I've gotten into
Missile.
to
Missile.
Wipeout. The VR mode is excellent.
Yeah,
in the Mega collection.
Missile.
I've tried
Mobius 1, missile inbound.
I've tried Wipeout and a few like Extreme G,
Missile launched.
and a few other like kind of futuristic
Mobius 1,
racers.
target
I
destroyed.
don't know why. I've just never really been able to get into any that aren't F-Zero. And even within F-Zero, 3D one, the ones that I like the most. Oh, we got an interesting question from Ben Brody with $2. Thank you. Asking, what are your top 3 favorite PSP games?
Missile.
It's a
Missile.
good question. Off the top of my head without looking.
Missile.
Mega Man powered up.
Mega Man Powered Up is very good.
Missile.
Yep.
Missile.
Ease Othenfeldgana.
Yeah. E7.
Even though you can play that on other systems now, but I
Yeah.
think of it
Defense
as
is on the ropes.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the games I had.
Yeah, let me think.
Missile.
Trying to not jump the gun on
Missile.
the version of Final Fantasy IV that's on PSP
Yeah, that's really, really good.
is really good. Like, it's very rare that like pixel art can be kind of updated and like at a higher resolution and it looked good.
Missile.
But like the look they went for with that just works so well. Like it's just the sprites are a little larger, but they still have the same feel. They really nailed that. I haven't played through Final Fantasy 1 or 2 on the PSP. I have them, but I'm pretty sure the art style is pretty similar.
Missile.
I really have a soft spot for Hot Shots Golf Open T, like the first
Yeah.
Hot Shots Golf on PSP. Like I kind of played that game a lot on my PSP when it first came out.
Missile. Missile.
And it's kind of my favorite Hot Shots Golf game for no particular reason other than just kind of nostalgia, I guess.
Missile.
Let me see.
Coury is the one that is playing, but I believe he's just using a regular controller. You're being asked if you're using a
Yeah, like the
HOTAS.
Yeah, it's like
I
that's
don't know
the
what that
flight
stands
stick.
for.
Stall warning.
It's like that's the flight stick. I bet I
You
bet that would be
You were
awesome.
thinking about getting one.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one. I could see getting one. After this, I think that it'd be incredibly immersive.
Missile launched.
Now I'm actually going to bring up my backlogger PSP list and see if there's anything I really regretted. I don't have a huge PSP collection.
Missile.
One bandit remaining.
Let's see.
Missile.
One bandit, one me against
I
one
recently got
yeah.
I don't know how you're supposed to say it exactly, but Jean d'Arc, Joan of Arc from
Jean d'Arc.
from Jimmy
Jean
Hoffa.
d'Arc. Yeah, it's good. It's
Oh, you've played it?
I finished it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
That was a Thanksgiving break game for me.
I have a soft spot for Thanksgiving break game. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. That's actually probably my favorite Kingdom Hearts game. I haven't played the third one yet, but that game was a lot better than I expected it to be. I really liked
But the guy who got us into the
combat
sky is the real
and
MVP
the
behind this
leveling
victory.
up system, like the ability progression system in that game. It was just I was surprised. How
crashing on landing.
I didn't play Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker on PSP. I played it on PS3, but I also really liked that. I liked it a lot more than Metal Gear Solid 5. Oh, I mean, I guess my absolute favorite game on the PSP, without a doubt, would be Persona 3 Portable. I play. That's the version of Persona 3 I played. I chose that one mostly because the other versions don't let you control the party members in battle.
Make a visual landing.
So
It did.
that was why I chose that one, and
I did it.
particularly feel like the more visual novel presentation
Thanks for the excellent work. Rest up until the next mission. Impressive, Mobius 1.
detracted from the experience. Although I will say, whenever I do see like screenshots or video of like regular Persona 3, where you actually have like the characters like 3D polygon
Right.
characters standing in the scene, like talking to each other. It's always like kind of this surreal experience. It's like I remember this scene, but this was not how I saw it at all. I do kind of want to go back and play the original someday. I did pick up Persona 3 FES or FES. I have no clue what that's supposed to stand for. I would like to play that sometime, but no. For reference, I played Persona 4 first. So, you know, it was not my first experience with the series, but I freaking loved the game. So, even though it's not like,
Oh man, this one's gonna be in the mountains.
even though it's not a PSP exclusive game necessarily, it is a very distinctive version of the game that's only on PSP. So, I guess that would be my favorite piece.
This is. Should I use this? The EML it's a railgun that uses electromagnetism to fire bullets at high speeds. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, why not?
Electromagnetism. I don't know how they can top that last level's opening.
We just got a little thank you saying thank you both for this year.
Well, thank you.
Oh, it scrolled up. Continue what you do. We love and need it. Enjoy family, even the hard bits. Take care, lads. Thank you from the UK. Well, you're up late or maybe up early, but thank you.
Oh, it didn't have a takeoff.
All aircraft, maintain
Well, that's
formation.
a bummer.
Yeah.
Rapier
The
5,
lead up
the
to that
transport
previous
to
mission
immediately
was
follow
the
orders.
best part.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Rapier 5. Don't worry, Mobius 1 is with us. Protect yourself. Mission objective sighted.
Continue approach.
You think they'll just accept our orders?
What's your
Maybe
favorite?
there's more than 5. Maybe there's more than 3 missions. Maybe it's like 5 missions or something.
What's your favorite troll ROM hack? I mean, that's not really something I pay much attention. It's not the kind of thing that interests us.
Just like
Very
a
much, I would
bad
say.
ROM hack that's basically impossible, or what?
Yeah, I mean, you know, every once in a while we get comments on the ROM hacks video saying like, guy says he has no interest in ROM hacks that totally changed the game, but he loves this ROM hack that changes one color. It's like they just like can't wrap their head around
Pull up.
like we're just interested in different things.
Yeah.
You know, man, there was on the Castlevania Symphony and Rondo video. There was a comment this weekend. I had a little back and forth with the guy. I don't know if there might be an update to it.
I missed it.
I-
Whatever it is.
And it kind of surprised me. Like after I replied to him, it kind of occurred to me, like, I was like, you know, I'm actually kind of surprised we don't get this comment more often. Because I can understand where the guy is coming from, but he was not listening to me. And he was saying
It's unmanned.
not RGB, it's called component. I just responded. I said, you know, I didn't know about RGB for a long time too, but you know, component is this different thing, and RGB is this thing that was more commonly used in Europe, and it's a different cable, and it is a different signal, but very similar, blah, 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 blah. And he said, he responded saying, it's either composite, as video, or component. RGB is not a thing.
That's intense though, right?
Like I responded again, you know, with another comment. He said, that's the kind of thing that someone says when they don't know anything. And I
Really?
responded again with a link to
Missile.
like Retro RGB's like RGB introduction page. I said, do some research. I mean, like,
What do you even say in that instance, I guess, right?
yeah, like, I mean, I understand where he's coming from. I thought I did not know about RGB until like what, maybe 8 years ago. I didn't know about for analog systems certainly. Like I knew about RGB as like a color space and that like VGA cables used it, but I didn't know it was like a thing for 15 kilohertz signals. I didn't know about it. Like it wasn't on our TVs. I understand where the guy's coming from. Like he knows that component is not actually carrying red, green, and blue. And that's what he knows, and he thinks that's like the absolute truth. You know?
Yeah.
And then when you tell him that another part of the world used a signal that was similar to that but different, like you just aren't listening. You just stand by. It was funny, but I mean, it's like, well, okay, like I'll just continue on enjoying my games and all. But no, you don't. Oh, I mean, it's your loss if you don't believe me.
Yeah, the thing is, it's easily provable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I explained, like I said, like, hey, if you heard about the HD Retrovision component cable, like those work. The systems don't actually have component, so those work by taking RGB and making it component, which is different. It's the same, it's similar, but it is different. You know, it looks like your view may have shifted a little bit. Like you need to do like the hold start thing to like recenter your view. You look like you're like kind of lean to the side of your
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know. I was just moving around a lot.
Missile. Missile.
Paul Sutton says, S video is good enough, you RGB spark sniffers. I mean, honestly, S video is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you used it for a long time.
Oh yeah, before I knew about RGB. I mean, you know, I'm not going to turn up my nose if I like.
Missile.
No, everyone is free to use what they want to use.
Hooked up with S video, I'll play it. I'll play your systems in RF. You know, I don't. There's a texture to RF that I enjoy certainly. Yeah. It's not what I want for my main setup, but I'll look at that and be like, yeah. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't want to play that way every day. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, it's funny. I mean, just like, you know, today there was like a little family get together at my parents' house, you know, for a little pre-Christmas family get together. And I need to bring something for like, you know, people to play on, you know.
Right.
Especially my cousin's kids.
Yeah, how did that go?
Well, at first I thought, like, at first I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just bring the Genesis Mini.
Yeah.
Like that'll be a good thing.
You were gonna bring the Mister at first.
Well, no, I was gonna bring that first. I was gonna bring the Genesis Mini at first, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll bring the Mister. And you know, I started updating it, and then I thought, you know what? This is not the device for that event.
Right.
Like, you know, like that is what the mini consoles hold. Like, they're just to have a good, simple hookup, good selection of games, you know, good enough, you know, to have some fun with other people. Like in that kind of environment, you know, I put it on a projector that, you know, that I've got set up over there, you know, and you know, it's like a projector from like 2007. And it supports it's like native 720p. So the Genesis Mini looked awesome.
3 targets remain.
I was like, you know, I was thinking about it, like afterward. I'm like, that is exactly what those consoles are.
Right.
Like, no, that's not the main way I want to play Sega Genesis, but it's a good way to entertain guests. You know?
Oh yeah.
That is
they think,
that is a perfect usage of it.
Was it a hit or not really?
I think it was. I wasn't there for a couple of hours in the afternoon when I know they got started. So I don't know if like my cousin's husband played anything. I heard he was interested in playing Strider on. So mostly I was playing with my cousin's son, and we actually got, he got to the second to last level, and I got to the last level but didn't finish. I was shocked in Streets of Rage 2. Like I had not played that far into Streets of Rage 2 for a couple of years, and I had no expectation of getting to the last level.
But you did.
Yeah, we did, and then we like he was really into Contra Hardcore. I think he had actually played it at my house. It was like, oh, it's like Cuphead.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. Yeah, when we were getting ready to play Scott Pilgrim kind of game, I said no. Scott Pilgrim is a River City Ransom style of game, but also yes, kind of, I guess. Yeah, he was like trying really on Contra Hardcore by himself. He was using save states, but he couldn't get past the boss of level 3, which is tough. Like that's definitely like the part where the game gets pretty hard. And then I joined him for a run, and we got, I think, to level 4. And I said, well, let's switch the language to Japanese. We played the Japanese version, which I knew that the Japanese version had health bars, but I didn't know it had infinite continuum.
Stealth, you're cleared hot.
So yeah, we did a full run of the Japanese hardcore. Got one of the endings. So that was fun.
Missile hit.
They got me.
Lost Halo 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like it looked awesome on that 720p projector. But yeah, I kind of love that
If that's
projector.
true, those enemies might be the
great.
Ghost Squad. It's the free or lose
It's the Ghost Squadron.
I think you got a lot of our allies in a cleanup operation.
This might be the Ghost Squadron.
It's tough getting stealth fighters to show on radar. If they get behind you, it's impossible for radar to pick them up.
If they get behind me, it's impossible for my radar to pick them up. I've already taken one down now.
Attack missed. Stealth fighters can't hide from your eye.
Enemy on your rear.
Infrared missile launched.
Morgan's point. You've been
Did we
sighted.
get him?
Morgan's point. Report incoming.
Get him. Come on.
Oh, I would love to see a
A what?
a CRT projector. Like I'm like back in the day, I'm pretty sure like
Oh,
those
no.
rear.
Can I
Those,
eject? Eject!
you ejected?
No, can
Or
I?
you supposed to?
Focus one down.
I don't know. I thought there might be a way to.
Oh man, you've
Eject.
got a long way down.
Yeah,
Oh, you blew up in the sky.
it would be cool if you could eject.
I'm sure like those rear projection TVs,
Keep an eye out for threats.
like from back in the day, like were CRT based rear projections.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
my
Like I want to see like a front projector CRT. I don't think I've ever seen one, or at least like if I saw one back in the day, like I wasn't thinking anything of it.
Cleared hot.
You know, but I don't know how to get a hold of one. That would be such a neat thing. Like even just like to shoot some footage of it, you know, even if it wasn't mine. Such a cool thing.
They got me.
Lost Halo 2.
Jeez, these guys are just taking out everybody.
We need to get the ribbon fighter. Every tail is taken black.
Oh, come on. on.
If that's true, those enemies might be the Ghost Squadron. It's the Free Erusea forces from the report. I heard they took out a lot of our allies in a cleanup operation.
Let's take it to them.
I don't know about
Target destroyed. Even Ghost go down if you blast them.
older consoles online. I mean, maybe
It's tough getting stealth fighters to
we're kind of looking into doing some GameCube
If they
stuff,
get behind
like
you,
at least
it's
for a
impossible
stream.
radar to pick 'em up.
The what?
We're in trouble
You
if
were
lose them.
thinking about doing some online stuff for
Oh, yeah. Oh, for streams or?
for a video is what the question.
Omega
Oh,
11 is
are we gonna do GameCube stuff for a video?
Well, do like online stuff for like older consoles.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna do a Phantasy Star Online stream. I know, at some point in the future.
Stealth fighter splashed. 2 left.
I'm not sure if you're from the chat, but Vanessa just sent me had an extra GameCube broadband adapter. He sent it to me. And we're gonna play some Phantasy Star Online
You're the better pilot by far. Make com
GameCube
close the
version.
distance with them.
Awesome. There is no PS2 HDMI mod yet, but Citrus 3000 PSI, Dan Koontz, is working on one. However, he is finishing the PS1 HDMI mod first. But based on what he told us, it's going to be very similar hardware. The reason that they are doing PS1 first is because they really want to do really want to do like full de-interlacing, like Framemeister style de-interlacing, basically,
Enemy locked on.
for the PS2 one. At least as an option. But it's kind of difficult, at least from a coding side. So PS2 should, I wouldn't want to make a wild guess on when he could actually get that done. But Dan is pretty prolific and efficient.
Yeah.
I would say in developing his mods. I mean, he takes the time that is needed, but he gets a lot done. So
Don't rely on your radar. You need to track them visually.
I really hate stealth fighters.
I would imagine it's I don't know if it would be a dual mod, but I'm guessing.
Yeah, basically that's everything he does now is going to be dual mods.
Yeah, I don't think it would change the original.
It's not on radar.
with the
Point your
analog.
eyes out of the canopy.
But I'm sure it does not interfere with.
Take full advantage of that tech.
Enemy locked on.
Where are you? Kind of crazy. Good pilot. Better than me. Maybe not.
All enemy stealth fighters confirmed destroyed. Great job, Mobius 1.
Do I get to land though? I wonder if that's the last one. There's either 3 or 5.
Mission accomplished.
Is it over? I don't know. It might
Well, you already started off.
Yeah,
Well done.
Is
All
it
units,
over?
return to base.
and it starts. That's the ending to Soul Feast on the Sega CD. Just this voiceover.
That was that game where you first level music from or something?
Oh yeah. That's great. It's a great soundtrack.
Mobius 1. I can't stand on time with pilots.
Uh-oh, something's happening.
Every last old timer brags about flying with heroes.
AliExpress GameCube HDMI plug. I didn't know there was one, but I guess I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not surprised either. I mean, at this point, there's so many of them out there that I feel like it's easy to pick ones that you know are good.
Yeah, like I mean, how much does it cost? I mean, obviously the project is open source, so they're entitled to do it. I don't, but I don't know like what kind of, build quality or electrical quality you're necessarily getting out of that. I mean, I love the feel of the Insurrection carbine. Like it is a really solid, thing. In fact, in my process of reorganizing Carby HDMI with a GameCube downstairs, where downstairs is becoming all
New air
HDMI.
show has been added.
I'm using upstairs in the analog room. I'm using the Carby component because the GC video component solutions,
there's the epilogue.
in my opinion, look better than the official Nintendo component.
So it looks like there's only 3 levels, but there's air shows now. I think there might be a free roam too.
A VR air show.
Yeah.
So you just like observe from the ground.
Well, we're gonna see.
There's an air show in my town at the little small.
You can enjoy watching
airport
some
that's
great
that's in
aircraft
town.
maneuvers.
I've never been though.
We're gonna watch some great aircraft maneuvers.
How do you update the insurrection cable? It's got a JTAG thing on it, which like is theoretically something you can update yourself, but you can also just like send it to insurrection for an update if you need to. I don't know if there's really been any super critical updates since it came out. Like there have been some minor color issues fixed with the GC video firmware, but I don't know if there's like any like real world circumstances where you would notice possibly something using like the Game Boy interface software, but I don't know.
Here they come. Slice back. Oh, they're just slicing back. All right. Let's see. And do a split S.
So you're commanding
Yeah, I can tell them what to do.
what they do?
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I'd rather just like watch them do what they want to do rather than tell them to.
Well, you
Commence
can,
high yo-yo.
I'm gonna do a high yo-yo.
When a plane is
High
faster than an
yo-yo.
enemy,
Yeah, here they go.
use this maneuver to ascend and drastically decelerate.
Well, that's enough of that. That's, I can appreciate it, but let's see what the free roam is like. I don't know if I can choose which one or if it's just a different one. Let's see. Ooh, there's a different plane. Oh, look at that one. That's way bigger.
Or are you just closer to it?
Probably.
Nobody's one, sortie.
It's all in a fake language. How the buttons
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would have gotten closer, but there's a pillow in the way.
So this couch you're sitting on is no longer going to be part of
The
the
main.
Carlson household.
No, I'm thinking about taking it with just to take it. It came with the house, but
Oh, it came with the house. I
Yeah.
didn't realize.
I was gonna put a different couch up here, but we just couldn't get the couch that I had that was belonged to my grandma. I just couldn't get it around the corner to go up the stairs.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
So that's gonna be my main couch.
Caution.
But it's
Pull
like
up.
it's a lot. Ooh, I just like skipped.
Caution.
Alright,
Pull
look
up.
at that stuff.
Whoa.
That's too
Are you
close.
invincible in free roam?
No, I just wanted to like try
Caution.
crashing into a house.
Caution. Caution.
I heard a donation come in.
Yeah, I don't.
Caution. Pull up.
Does the Grinch have a voice?
Caution.
I get. Oh yeah, I guess he does. I mean, I've only seen the classic.
$2,
Caution. Caution.
but you
Pull
gotta
up.
say it. The Grinch. Is that what it was? Was
Yeah,
that
$2, but you have to say it's your Grinch.
Was that adequate? You think?
That was it. That was it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I forgot the end of the card. I mean, I haven't seen the cartoon. I guess he does speak a little, but I always think of the
Caution.
narrator.
Pull up.
You know?
Yeah, well, he's kind of the narrator. Yes.
Caution.
Pull my maneuvers here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So like, are you not bothered just by like flying upside down?
I'm
into
kind of
their-
used to it now. I'm not that bothered by it now. It's kind of fun to be able to do this. Look at. Oh.
Caution. Pull up.
Oh man, feels like
Caution.
it feels like you're gonna be shaving your head with the ground
I know.
there.
Basically, that's what I'm doing.
Caution. Pull up.
It's just fun to screw around like that.
Caution. Pull up.
Sorry. It's just fun to hit people's houses.
Oh.
Like this right here.
Pull up.
Mhm.
Caution. Caution.
I wonder how bad like the look. Oh, so you can't fly into the blind.
Pull up. Caution.
I wonder how bad the world would look if they just like plopped you down there as like a character that can move about. Like how bad the texturing and everything would look.
I don't know.
Caution. Pull up.
Yeah, Corey's just playing with a dual shock.
Yeah. I wonder if I can fly so far that I'll hit a boundary.
Well, if you're committing to
Did
this
I
being
ever tell you
your
about when I worked at EB Games and like there was somebody who was like so into the when the Xbox came out, it's like, you know, it's like used as a hard drive. It means there's no boundaries.
no boundaries.
Pull
No
up.
boundaries.
Like, did he quantify what that even means?
Yeah, he says there's no boundaries.
Caution.
No boundaries.
Pull up.
Yep.
Caution.
Got
Caution.
none of
Pull up.
those.
Caution.
None of them.
Caution. Pull up.
Well, I think
Pull up.
if you're committing to this being your next
That should
game
start- I should
that you're
start
going to beat, I think you need to like right here, right now, like start the story mode.
Caution.
Like
I
at least
mean, I
do the
could.
first mission.
Caution alert.
it. Sure, I could do that.
Caution alert. Caution. Pull up.
I'm gonna have to turn
Caution.
on
Pull up.
the TV. It's just kind of fun to fly
Caution.
over the hills.
Pull up.
Okay, do people want me to start the regular mission? I can quit.
I'm sure they do.
All right. Well, then I'll do that. Ugh. How do I want to do this?
Ooh. Ben Brody,
How do I wanna do
$2, and one of my
Gotta think
favorite.
about how I want to get this on.
One of my favorite topics. What was your favorite food you ate in Japan? And the answer is curry. Japanese curry is like so good, and it's like it's different from other curries, and like is so difficult to get in America. Really good. Also had some really good soba noodles. I had curry multiple. Oh, so good. I'm not like a huge sushi guy. Even when I just can't. Like I'll do like a cooked shrimp sushi, and I did have like a boiled shrimp sushi that was very good in Japan. I'm not like a big fish guy anyway, and cannot get my head in a place where I'm like, yeah, let's eat raw fish. So I did not. Coury is much more of a sushi guy, so he did have some sushi. Oh yeah, Go Curry. That was actually possibly my favorite curry. It is a real Japanese chain. I don't think it's a huge chain, but it is a chain. And we ate with Jimmy Happa at the Go Curry in Akihabara, and it was incredible.
Okay.
And I saw that there are actually, for some reason, 3 or 4 Go Curries, I think, in New York City. I think it's maybe the only city in the U.S. that actually has them, but it is a real Japanese chain. And I insisted when we went to visit Bob last year, I insisted I want to eat at one place, and we did. So we ate at Go Curry with Bob. I don't know which location it was.
Mean anything special to
But
you?
yes, it's amazing. It's
It
so
does to
good.
me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams.
But yeah, various forms of curry, my favorite food in Japan. But that soba place was really good.
Yeah.
And it also it had something with it that I've had a real was, and I found out what it was at one point,
My grandpa didn't want
and I
me joining
kind of
the Air Force.
forget what that
He lost faith in the
was.
Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You cannot play the main campaign in VR. It'd be cool if you could, but it was. Yeah, it's only 3 missions.
The clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere.
There's something that was served with the soba. I think it was called like something Donbury or something like that. It's like a bowl of stuff. I think it was like pork and cheese or something. I don't know. It was good. It was good.
I'm just gonna skip that, and I'll watch the mission briefing afterwards.
Donbury are rice balls, but they have other types of stuff. Like I think there's other prefixes or suffixes that can go on to that phrase if it has pork or whatever.
Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
I don't quite know what it was, but it was.
This has
Yoshinoya
an
beef
expert.
ball. I wish we went to Yoshinoya or whatever it's called. I wish we went there. I wanted to go there. We never did.
Still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky.
I went to a
Bombers incoming.
yakitori place. The
Yeah,
chicken
very good.
skewers. That was good.
Squadron, head to runway.
Yeah, man. I just have cravings for Japan all the time, though. We got to go back.
Well, hopefully we have the opportunity to.
Trigger, your call sign is page 2. Verify and read back. Page 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you.
Hopefully, what I was just
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air.
playing on it was not difficult at all. Like controlling, that was supposed to be the expert mode.
Mm-hmm.
Page 2, altitude.
Oh, cool. That gives you like a move around, look around.
Does it seem to have a crisper look?
Oh yeah.
Time to stop the bullshit.
It does look nice.
Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this.
I mean, it's pretty. It's simple to play, which is kind of cool. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to
I don't
can't spin the same
remember
way.
what
How do I
what
spin?
the
You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
resolution was. Like if it has like pro support. I'm assuming it does. Probably some number approaching 4K, I would imagine.
Of this?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure.
not playing in 4K though right now
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm feeding it to. I was sending my other camera to the capture card. It would
okay.
take me a while to mess around with it. Can I switch my controls to play option?
What's wrong with your controls?
Oh, nothing. I just want to see if turn by rolling and pitching. I kind of like it. Okay, so control type. Turn by tilting the left stick left to right. So okay, so I was playing on expert before. I kind of want to see how that works. That works better. Yeah.
My camera is blurry because it is way the heck over there. Because I've rearranged my setup. So yeah, it's far away. It's just a webcam. That's why. Someone responded to last week's stream saying they had some spare Olympus Micro Four Thirds camera bodies.
Which is crazy. I mean, who just like has like
Yeah.
the extra ones? I mean,
So he said like, oh, like I could send you one. I said, well, thank you for offering. So you
Yeah.
know, hope. So he sounded like he would possibly ship it this past week. So I'll check the PO box and so that way I could use like my lenses that I use for the show. As my webcam. I just don't want to use like my main work camera like as webcam. So that would be really great if he does decide to send it. So that should make things look pretty awesome.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just that's something I've kind of wanted to do for a while, but like, I just wasn't sure where I could find like a cheaper, affordable camera that would be worth it for that purpose. That could use our lenses. That could be cool.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see how it is.
Oh, you've got an extra house if you want you to send it to me.
An extra house.
So
So you got to ship it.
don't
though.
go
You
out
gotta-
your
you gotta
way.
pay for shipping.
Yeah, I'm still just on composite. I was explaining to my cousin's son when we were playing Streets of Rage 2. I was explaining about the dithering on the spotlights.
Yeah.
And on composite video,
He's like, I don't care.
couldn't do transmission. He actually said, "Oh, that's actually kind of cheap."
Mage 2, targets in range, pair of bombers.
The music is really good in this.
I
Pretty
mean, music
impressed.
can go a long way to.
Yeah, I'm. In all seriousness, like this seems like something you'd be into.
Oh, you have an extra Yoshinoya beef bowl, but I have to go to Japan to have it. I mean,
Beef.
I don't know if that's you know, I don't know if I can justify the cost of going to Japan for just one beef. But I know there's a lot more in store for me if I like, you know, way too many video games and way too much curry and I want to go back. Like once you're in Japan, it's like not that expensive of a place to be, other than the constant temptation of buying things.
Yeah.
But like the food, the ground transportation, all very affordable, or at least it can be. You know, the food does not have to be expensive by any means. Gosh, I want to go. We'll have to come up with a good reason to go.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
Okay, that guy's name is Knocker.
Yeah.
Code name Knocker.
And Brownie.
Yeah. Has there been any Star Wars talk in the chat?
Not at all, I don't think, actually.
Is my volume might be a little bit low. I'm not talking very loud either.
I mean, you sound fine on my end.
Right. Let me know if I'm too quiet. I've paid $2. Thank you. It's just
There you
Star
go.
Wars.
Huh.
Well, I mean, we talked about it a little bit.
I think Q46 has the exact right statement here. Star Wars was about as good as you.
Yeah.
Which I think it's fair. I think it's.
Yeah. I
think-
mean,
I think that's fair. It was. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it was too much for one movie.
Yes.
It was just there were two. It felt like 2/3 of a trilogy's worth of ideas crammed into one movie.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, it's
like
not bad, but I mean, it was fine.
It was just so much going on, and I understand why, and that's why I say you're right. They did. It was about as good as you could have hoped for, given the circumstances. But it really makes you just wish that the whole thing had been plotted out a little more carefully, so that they could just have some of the reveals happen at points in the trilogy that just would have been more meaningful and would have had sort of the character arcs would have had a little more time to breathe and be a little more satisfying. And how they concluded.
I mean, I think that they could have they could have gone as far as like getting rid of one action sequence and just like using that for like kind of like smaller, slower breather moments, and it would have gone a long way.
Yeah, because it was constant. Like, I mean, it's really had me thinking a lot, what you will, about prequels, but it really has me missing like Lucas's world building.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you had 2 to 3 planets per movie, and that was basically it. Like, and you got to get down on those planets and see what they looked like and what the cultures were there, and spend some time there, get to know, like, you know, the names of those planets became meaningful, and you would remember, oh, this planet, that planet, whatever, because you spent time there. Here, like, there was that desert planet. When they landed there, I'm like, wait, why are we here again? What's the name of this place? There's something other going on. It was just so quick. It was just so quick. And it's just like there were like 5 or 6 planets. Like it was too much.
Right.
It was too. That's just my biggest complaint about it. It was too much. And like if the movie was shot in such a way where there were a lot more like, sort of character moments and stuff like that, like I would be interested in seeing like an extended cut that almost made it 2 movies, you know, that just gave it room to breathe. Ben Brody with another $2. Thank you. He says, life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history.
You're playing right into his
DuckTales. Woo! $20 from Castlevania Games. Woo! That didn't really work. Thanks for all you guys do for the community. Well, thank you, Castlevania Games, very much. Okay, I'm done now.
Thanks
Sorry,
so much. I mean,
I can't sing.
Well, we couldn't do what we do without the help of so many people. I know I say it over and over again, but it's absolutely true. This guy's going down.
No, I can't sing. If there was any resemblance of competence in that, I guess it was just the magic of duct. just giving me strength.
I mean, I was thinking about how like so many episodes this year were 35 minutes to an hour long, basically.
Well, I wonder what the shortest one was.
The shortest one was the PSIO episode.
Oh yeah,
that
that
was like
was
17
actually
minutes.
was that even 20 minutes?
It was 17 minutes.
Wow. That was a lot of like, you know, that did involve like a lot of testing and stuff like that though. So it still took some time to make. But
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All officers down.
it's okay. The low bandwidth made you sound like that sounds awesome. Yeah, so I mean, okay, well, it's cool that we're still capable of making episodes as recently as that, anyway. I mean, I remember when you know we found out that the Mega SG embargo was going to lift like much sooner than we expected, and you were going to be out of town and stuff. It's like, okay, it's fine. Like we're making a 20-minute episode. Cut that's it. That's just how it's going to be. And it's like what?
We did 20 minutes each.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And it was a miracle how that came together. Like I actually felt. I mean, despite the fact that we had to crunch that in such a short amount of time, and it was like a lot of work, I still felt like I was very efficient given the circumstances. So. You definitely had me inspired for.
Oh, cool! You can like watch a instant replay.
Oh. So you definitely. I mean, what moving and stuff? Do you think it's gonna be hard to stick with this game? I mean, it seems like a game that would be easy to just like play a little.
Oh yeah. I got a $2 donation from Ben Brody. Let me see.
Oh. How can we do that?
That's,
Can we do it?
That's exactly right, Ben Brody.
Damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important.
That's the only way I can think of to do it.
Thank you. The aircraft tree has been unlocked in campaign mode. Ooh, the aircraft tree. You can upgrade. You can upgrade. What?
Oh, that's going to be complicated.
No, I don't think so.
I wish like not every action game had to have a skill tree, you know?
Yeah.
The world was screwed.
John is here, and he'll be on the next stream on the 29th, which will also be the last stream from this this house, because then we close on the 30th, and we start moving on the 31st.
Plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started.
I know he's already gathering some games to bring home to Germany.
Oh, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited because John. Let me show you a hand.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces.
John was able to get me one of these T-shirts from E3 when he went to Sega. I saw that he got it, and I said, "Can you ask them if he can get an extra one?" And it's kind of awesome.
They are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Military.
Woof. That's a shirt.
The space elevator became
That's
both
a
symbol
shirt,
of
all
peace
right.
and a value
It's
to
awesome.
massive
It's like it's really soft, too.
What's that computer looking thing?
Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence on the entire continent. We
That's the
cannot
Terra drive.
deny this critical
It's-
situation.
it's-
Terra drive?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Blu-Rays
Terra
Air
drive.
Base Squadron
What
has been
what the heck is a
issued
Terra
orders
drive?
to reclaim
I
the
guess
elevator
computer.
as an advanced element.
I'm gonna look that up. I wonder if that's just
All
like
hostiles coming in the east
a
to
what
secure the
if.
plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air
Look at this
radar
thing,
on
wow.
the roads. You are to destroy them.
Oh, it is a real
Not pose
thing.
much of a threat.
The
Like, what
Terra
is this
drive
thing?
is an IBM PC compatible system with an integrated Mega Drive.
Look at that.
Developed by Sega and manufactured by IBM.
Fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
What? I had no clue about that. Oh, I bet it's like crazy expensive.
You can obtain aircraft, weapons, and aircraft parts at the aircraft tree to gain the upper hand in missions. I'm gonna say we're gonna look at the aircraft tree.
It's such a cool name though, Terra Drive.
Yeah. This is cool. Oh, you can enhance your... Wow, there's like a lot of stuff to upgrade.
So, like, sort of one thing that would worry me here is
Oh, the Super Tomcat. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Oh, I don't have enough MRP.
is that
That's the Afterburner plane.
Afterburner? Yeah. Trying to say.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
What?
Aircraft tree is not like a Christmas tree.
I know. I was
It's
kind of
just a
hoping it
flower.
would suddenly. That's what it would be. Yes. Also the
Yeah,
Tomcat Alley plane.
Every time I've seen F-14 dropped in the chat, I keep thinking someone's talking about Final Fantasy.
This is pretty cool. I do like this. I wonder how crazy the levels will get.
But any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Is this the second level?
Yes. Mission 2.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles?
Now I gotta take out the
Should be
anti-air
close.
radar vehicles.
Yep. Intercept! Fire the AA! Flee our vehicle out of there! We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet. We can't put up a decent fight.
This is cool though. I wonder how are they all considered pretty decent though? I wonder. For anybody in the chat that's played them all.
I mean, do the stories connect much at all?
I
is
think
kinda one thing I
I'm
wonder.
pretty sure that they do.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun. Where's our support? If we don't get some fire, the whole base is gone.
It's a bit easier though to play in third person. But not
Paul
nearly
Sutton
as
says Ace Combat has always been Ace.
nice. I think that I'm gonna. I have, like I said, I have 4, 5, and 0. But I've heard that this one is a good one to start with, so I'll play this and we'll see where we go from here.
Page 2, walking.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Does your HUD become red when you've got a missile on
Yeah,
your
and it
tail?
also says missile. Missile.
They really don't want you to miss it.
Page 2, missile away.
Ben Brody with $2. Thank you. He says, my new fetish is eating fries with wasabi mayo. Wasabi mayo is good. How do you feel? How do you feel about wasabi peas? I like wasabi peas.
I want to like wasabi.
Yeah.
Like I really like spicy food.
Mm-hmm.
And like in that, because I like spicy food, I feel sad that I don't think I like wasabi. I mean, I'm not. I think I've tried like a little like just wasabi like sauce or whatever before, like, you know, it'd be on like the dish at like a Japanese place or something. And I've tried wasabi peas and I eat them and I'm like, I wish I liked these. But I don't. Like it just, it's just the flavor is just not appealing to me. Like, I don't know, it just feels like eating acid. Like it's
You're gonna say something else. It's like what?
acid before the id.
Yeah. It's kind of like that.
Just kind of like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like there's no flavor that is in it that is appealing to me.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. Actually, I tried out a new Indian place last weekend, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
when they asked, you know, if one my curry medium or hot. I said hot. It was pretty hot. But it was
Yeah.
good. I mean, I like me some spicy food. The wasabi is just like the flavor isn't there for me. I feel sad that I don't like it, but I don't think I do. I feel like I'm missing out on something. I have not come to an understanding of appreciation.
Box 2.
What am I doing here?
Wasabi tastes good when in mayo. I mean, I'd give it a try. I would give it a try.
Oh, cool. I just like shot after both those guys at the same time.
You know what? Just for some reason, much more so than when you watching the screen here, just kind of makes me want to like lean my head.
And
Like,
look.
there are certain games that still like kind of make me want to do that. I don't know about you.
Yeah, like move. Yeah.
Like I mean, when you first started playing 3D games, like did you kind of like just like naturally want to like lean forward to like look?
Well, sometimes. I mean,
Like I definitely
Here,
like Mario 64 like this wildly new experience for me. Like I definitely had some of that. Like even today, like every once in a while, just depending on the game, like I do have like an urge to just like shift and look around a bit. I think that's part of why I found
Oh,
like
jeez.
Astrobot so fun, because you could do that.
Yeah.
Woo!
I skimmed the ground. Oh, jeez.
That was some Bond flying there for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I hit the ground.
Do you really have like a life bar, or does it just depend on the strength of the hit you take? Oh, you got damage, 65%.
Surprised it's only 65%.
Yeah, that was a pretty strong hit.
Oh, okay. It's at 85% now. So it goes upwards.
Oh, so you've got auto region. Oh, no. Up as you
I'm
take.
85% damage.
Yeah, and your playing color is red now.
Yeah. The music is really, really good.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
That's the last radar vehicle. Who am I going after next?
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
I gotta crush as many as I can. It says crush.
I like how, you know, the clouds feel like they have like real volume in this.
Right.
You know.
Right.
You know, I guess most games it's not really necessary to truly design them that way because you're never going to get like in literally.
Traffic flares at 0.
Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap.
Who am I going after?
Clown.
Oh, got him.
Ugh.
Column 2, box 2.
The enemy's traveling a long way, so they're trying to end this quickly.
Is that gonna do it? Maybe not. No. I'll finish this one mission. We'll call it a night, I think, after this mission. Oh.
Who's this?
Want us to take
Come
down the
here.
enemy without damaging any public facilities?
Was
Come on.
Sophia visiting?
She is. Come on up. Come here.
Sandy is having a sleepover at my parents' house.
Come on. Come on. I know. I see you. Come on up. Come on. Yeah. If you come up here, I'll pet you. No? Okay, well, I'll just ignore you then. Then you'll eventually jump up here.
Entering clouds. Range 2 enemy has a lock on you.
Nickel.
Nope.
Ammunition 0.
Oh, jeez.
Attack missed.
Oh, here we go. Here she is.
No, I see her. I see her shadow.
Yeah.
Or
Here. We can... I can zoom in out here a little bit. There she is. Come here. Hey.
is that your pink gorilla game shirt?
It is, yeah. Hey, let's see ya. She's gonna hang out down here. She's been coming up and getting on my lap a lot lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She has no idea we're gonna be moving. I have no.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's gonna react to it. She's gonna have to say goodbye to her boyfriend. That is outside the window.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
There's
a cat that's like outside the window all the time.
They like stare at each other.
Oh yeah. Hey. She's gonna be probably unhappy about it at first, I'm guessing.
I mean, have you like done anything to like packing that would, you know, freak her out or anything?
I don't know. Probably nothing too crazy.
Like Sandy like gets really upset when
All aircraft,
like
residential
I
areas below you.
you know start gathering up my stuff to like, you know, for us to go to my parents' house or something. Like, you know, I'll start putting some things in some bags, and you know, I'll get my Switch case. She doesn't like it when I grab my Switch case. She gets worked up about. And then like, you know, like at some point during the process of gathering stuff, you know, I'll, you know, she just starts whining, a bit unsettled, and then like I'll just, you know, I'll grab like some like dead giveaway, you know, whatever it is ends up being a dead giveaway where we're going, you know, and she'll just do this, just a really unhappy sort of yelp.
Right.
Which, I mean, she loves being at my parents' house. She just doesn't like riding in the car. So she gets upset about it.
Shred the radar network. All right, this base is worth destroying.
I'm destroying their base here.
4 targets remaining.
Column 2, box 2.
Enemies locked on.
Mark H2.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
3 targets remaining.
Clear the enemy aircraft away from the base.
This game's pretty cool.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Nickel.
Locked on target.
Is as good as Afterburner Climax.
Well, that's different. I mean, that's arcade.
This isn't exactly totally sim either.
No. That's what I like about it. It's kind of like,
But I think that's
It's really
part
not
of
a
why
sim.
I didn't really pay attention to it for a long time either, because it looks like it just at a glance it looks silly, you know.
yeah.
Just
Someone was
like,
asking if I'm starting my mini. Whoa! That thing like really exploded. Like a mini hiatus, and no, I mean it shouldn't be. There shouldn't even be a hiatus at all.
right? Yeah, I mean you should. I mean, possible might not be set up enough to stream at some point, so I'll probably have to be streaming. But you know, I stream 2 weeks in a row, so you're streaming 2 weeks in a row now.
Right.
Status report.
And then you know, I will stream as needed as you work on your setup. So.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high
How to join Discord? Coury could have a better answer about that. I assume you're talking about like my life and gaming channel.
Yeah. Right now, like the Discord is Patreon exclusive. We have
I wasn't sure if I to be honest, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I mean, we
Patreon,
asked, and like people in there also said like they prefer it to not be like an open to the public thing.
Right. I mean, and that's not, you know, against like the unwashed masses or anything like that. That's the reality of like chats are more manageable at a certain size. Like
Right.
you can have a conversation. Like that's the reality of things. And I feel like we, you know, on the Sunday night streams, like that's a good opportunity for us to have a more open chat and discussion and stuff
Right.
like that. And you know, you know, as of right now, it's not it has not become an overwhelming chat. I feel I think it's
Right.
become a good weekly place for people to gather and kind of, you know, where they know some like-minded video game nerds will be present at. But yeah, I mean, just for the Discord, it, you know, I personally lose interest in any sort of chat or Discord or anything like that just like moves too quickly. Like
Right.
you just can't pay attention. I just lose interest. And it is nice to have it, you know, at least have something that keeps it at a manageable pace. Like, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I don't like it when people use it because, you know, that is not the reason. It's not like, oh, give me money and I'll give you access to this. I don't think of it that way at all. I just think of it in terms of, you know, here's a nice thing we can offer these people, and you know, this helps keep it at a manageable level.
Right.
But I do think like I'm very happy how our stream chat too, because like just like last week dropping those Sega codes in the chat, like it wasn't.
Oh yeah. And I
It
mean,
wa-
we're gonna
you know,
be doing
it's
more
like
giveaways
if-
for sure. I mean, we have some codes. We're just gifted some codes to give away, and in a future stream as well.
Yeah, but it's like it's a large chat, but it's like not so large that it gets too out of hand. You know, you can't follow it, and it's also not so large that, you know, if there are just codes dropped in the chat, that like, you know, people can actually have a fair chance at getting them.
Right.
You know, and it seemed to me that like different people got.
I
each
had so much
code
fun
last
last week doing
which,
the
you know,
codes.
I felt really good about, you know, the fact that it wasn't just, you know, anyone was like dominating the code play.
Right. I
It
know.
seemed like
Different
something
people got
that
every single
people-
code last week. It was awesome.
Yeah, people were able to really get some good stuff out of it. So that was fun.
I see Blarga saying you should post your stuff on library too. I posted a couple of things on there, but I just like haven't thought about it in a while. I started to. Like a rain cloud I'm flying through. Library is like this blockchain video sharing service.
I just have a chain stuff. I don't really understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like a lot of stuff. I don't even understand.
I don't understand it, so it's hard to wrap my head.
Mm-hmm.
Bob did like an interview with
the guy
one of the guys behind it. Which I think it sounds like it's something I should be excited about. I just have a really hard time wrapping my head around blockchain and crypto and stuff like that. I have a mental block against that stuff for some reason. It's just like it doesn't click in my head.
Whoa! Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I was
like
thinking like, is there an intent with your trajectory here?
I was like messing with that. Well,
yeah,
you have to go, right?
Yeah, where was your checkpoint? Like, is it after?
I don't know.
After you finished everything?
What happened? Status report. Multiple bogeys on radar.
No.
Close.
I was like, okay, there's go.
You're clear to engage.
Oh man! Oh, this was it right after they fired all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you're just going into the ground again. You giving up?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll quit it. I'm not. I was at the end. I did it. Well, man.
At least you know what you're doing next time you boot the game.
Oh, there's like a new game plus.
You guys could probably make it on float plane.
Yeah, what is float plane?
What is float? Based on Coury's performance right now, I'm not sure I would trust him on anything that floats or is a plane.
Oh, is Dragon's Lair Space Ace collection without eBay prices? Is it expensive now? Like
really?
they're like the limited run version of that? It's a paid video service by Linus. I'm not familiar with it.
$80 to $100. Wow. I mean, I see limited run games, you know, at like used game stores every now and then, or at conventions. They're usually they're not actually very expensive. They're usually like basically what they were sold for, like maybe a $5 premium or something. Like they're not expensive for the most part right now. Prices on Shantae Risky's Revenge are a sad state of affairs. That I can imagine.
What's that at? I wonder.
Did they do like a Switch version of that at some point? Like that would have been open pre-order.
No, only Pirate's Curse.
Oh, right. I had two stuff in my head there. Yeah. Risky's Revenge is actually my favorite one. Although I have not played my PS4 copy yet. I mean, I think I booted it up, but I haven't played through it. I'd like to replay. I played it on DSi when it was new. That was DSi first. It wasn't.
Yeah. That's how I played it.
Yeah. Because I think Risky's Revenge was the 3DS one. Yeah.
So I had a like a 4 terabyte drive I hooked up to my PlayStation. It took me a couple weeks to put out like every game that I own on this hard drive.
Mhm.
And you see here once it's
You know, whenever I see your little Arthur PSN
Mhm.
Emote or icon or whatever avatar,
Mhm.
I always think I don't know if it's still this way, but like when I just remember for the longest time on PS3 on my friends list, when I saw you on there was a little word bubble. You know, I guess you could set like a
Yeah.
a status or something next to Arthur, and I have no idea like if it's anything or what, but it just said where are them cookies at?
Where are them cookies at? Yep.
And like every time I see that, I see Arthur like in that particular freeze frame, like that's all I can think of is like Arthur's just like running like where the cookies at?
That's I heard some kid yelling it to somebody's parents like when I lived in New York. It's just like a random thing. He was like, "Hey, Mrs. So and so, where them cookies at?" So I just thought it was the funniest thing. I totally forgot about that. So that was my tagline before the channel. Like I had that on everything. I just said, "Where them cookies at?"
It's a good question. It's a question that I can relate to.
See-
I probably said where them cookies at some point in my life. You know, it's
Yeah.
relatable. It's critical information that I do want to know quite often. It's information I want to know. In fact,
Yep. Well, see, if you look here, you look at all my games that I got there. It takes up about 3.63 terabytes of data.
so that takes up the entirety of your external drive.
I got 50.57 gigabytes of data left.
That's
see, really quick.
Maybe one AAA game, and I don't even let you install it.
It's
because you have to have room for like patches and stuff.
Yep.
So that's
where that data at. I wanted like a couple of days ago. I was like listening to something on NPR, and it said, you know, this show was sponsored by something Dater.
Dater?
It was like some guy's name. It was like something Dater, like the Dater Foundation. I'm like, you know, the install is about 128 gigabytes of Dater. I thought it was a fun. I was just saying this out loud to myself in the car by myself. You ever had that moment where you're like, oh, it's, you know, patch size about 32 gigabytes of Dater.
What is it? There was something I was thinking about just the other day. What was it? I just like sometimes I find myself just saying it out loud to myself.
I don't know.
What was it? What was it? I can't remember. Like
a string of swear words.
No. What was it? There was something that I was just like, what was it? I can't think of it. It was just like some really random thing I heard. And like every once in a while, like I just like say it out loud because it just pops in my head. Oh, what was it? I can't even think of what it was.
I don't know.
But yeah, where them cookies at?
Where them cookies at?
That's why I always like that is perpetually what is running through Arthur's mind when he is in that specific pose.
Where them cookies at? Yep. I totally forgot about that. Totally forgot about it.
Where are them cookies at?
That's funny. I seriously totally forgot about it. I thought I had 50 gigabytes left, and I deleted something recently. Something I didn't need because. So if
if anybody has like a Meyer near them, I'm kind of finding that Meyer seems to be this hidden bastion of clearance games that you don't see commented about a lot of places.
Man, your folder is not alphabet.
No, because I just
I
it was
alphabetized
alphabetized at first, and then I just like installed so many things at one time I had to like rebuild the database, and it loses your alphabetizing. Yeah, Meyer clearance is crazy actually. Right now they have 25% off of everything that's on clearance. So John and I went the other night after dinner, and he got like a copy of Soul Calibur 6 for $7.
Wow. That's
I
crazy.
got what is it? Dishonored 2 that comes with the first game, like a digital game version of the first game.
Like on disc?
No. Just comes with like a download of Dishonored 2 or Dishonored 1 remastered. Is $7.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot of stuff there that's
I mean there's not Myers.
It's 25% off that. So if there's a Meyer close by to anybody in the chat, you should check it out because I think that it's something that's like doesn't get talked about too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean your Target is always better for clearance than mine.
But Target's like it's not as good as it used to be. The only thing that they have right now is like these on clearance for $4.98 is PS3 copies of Battlefield Hardline. And I told John that I was like they have those there if you want to go get one. And he's like, I can't think of anything that would really have less interest in buying right now than a copy of the PS3 version of Battlefield Hardline.
You know, I keep like my dream to walk up to the Target clearance shelf one day, and that one copy of Paper Mario whatever Color Splash that has been like sitting on their like not clearance shelf but just like sitting out there, you know, like it's absurd that people are still trying to sell that game for $60. Like literally no one is going to buy that. And my dream is one day that one copy of Paper Mario Color Splash is finally going to be on the clearance shelf.
Eventually, I mean,
I don't know.
Battlefield Hardline took years to get on there. It's only a matter of time.
It's funny, like how this has been another long generation, and it
doesn't feel that long to me.
You're still, but by the time the systems are out, it's really going to be just as long, I think, as the previous generation, which did feel. But we're getting older, you know.
Yeah.
What can you say? But it's crazy to think that you can still find like Xbox 360 and PS3 games in stores, and sometimes
I think was the
trying
last
to charge too much for them. But like, I thought for sure this year, like you were going to find like crazy Wii U clearance, and it hasn't happened yet.
Well, I mean, there's definitely no Wii U stuff at my Target, but I don't know. It's funny because my Goodwill like just never has anything ever anymore. It's like literally nothing ever. Like not even like bad sports games. I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody works there that takes everything. I don't know. I do not know. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, almost midnight. You think is that gonna wrap us up?
I guess so.
I for some reason I was waiting for you to say something. I was like, oh, actually, I'm streaming, so it's up to me, I guess. Well, I hope that everybody has a wonderful holiday.
Indeed.
And we'll be back here on the 29th for the final stream from this house. And I think that it's hard to say what kind of situation is going to be.
Oh, we got a last minute $5 from Craig Wan.
Yeah, it
Thank
says,
you.
I'll be at the Philippines for
be-
3 weeks. I just
Wow.
want to wish you both a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Looking forward to more awesome stuff from you.
All right. Well, have
Thank
a
you.
good time.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, it's weird because like now, like my kids are getting to the age now where like Christmas is just like about them, you know, like it's just fun seeing them like get excited about it. And you know, I don't know, it's brings me a lot of joy just like seeing them get excited about it. And I can relate to being so excited that you can't wait, and you want to, you go over to the tree and you just like hold like the wrapped presents and try and figure out what it is. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking forward to just tearing everything down. I mean, I've done a little bit, but we've been working on the rest of the house more so. My wife and I installed this glass block window in the basement. It's kind of awesome. It looks really nice. And lets a little light down there. It's kind of neat. You know, even though I won't have to worry about that kind of stuff with the new house, just makes it more marketable to sell, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I guess after this, like after like the year-end video, the next time a regular episode comes out, it's going to be a different look to it.
Yeah, you need to do. We swung by Game Dave's house before we drove up to Retro World.
Mm-hmm.
And shot like one last video of like the empty Game Dave game room.
Yeah.
I mean, you should do that in your house too.
Just like walking through it.
I mean, was
it already packed up and empty?
Yeah, like just one last shot for good measure.
Yeah.
Because of course Dave has to like tie everything into like it has to be tied into like a video, that he like left the old place behind,
Yeah.
Not so much for us, but still would be a cool thing to have, just have, just one last look at the room.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about setting up the camera and doing like a time lapse as I pull it all apart. But I mean, we'll see how it works out. I would like to do something like that. I definitely want to do a time lapse as I'm setting up the new place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good Vibe Gaming says, do it, Corey. I regret not making walk through my old house. Yeah, I'll definitely shoot some stuff just like walking through it, like before I start pulling it apart. Hopefully the new place I'll be able to set it up as nicely as this. It's gonna be more of a single room, but generally about the same combined size, but one like longer room. It's like 12 feet across with like longer, almost like a hallway, but like with, I don't know, like kind of like certain areas like jutting out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I have an idea of how it's going to go. Things are going to be a lot more easier to access, I think. I'm not going to have to do so much more back and forth. I was just thinking about how it has a drop ceiling and how I can, like, I think these exist. I wasn't able to do enough of a search for them, but I wonder if there's like panels for drop ceilings that are just like soundproofing. There's got to be.
Oh, I mean, they're generally. I mean, those panels that are in a drop ceiling, I've always heard call them acoustical panels. I mean, they are
Yeah.
supposed to they are supposed to improve like the acoustics, like dampen the acoustics at least somewhat. But I'm sure you could put some sort of insulation or something up there if you were more concerned about being loud. Like if you were concerned about like your like being loud and like noise carrying upstairs. Like if you want to keep your sound from escaping another, you know.
Right. Oh, we got a $2 donation from Warren Hokie.
Oh.
Thanks from Dallas for a year of wonderful videos.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for excuse me, watching like every single stream that we've done. You're here every week.
Yes, quite the regular.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who has like watched basically like all of our streams all year. The stream attendance has skyrocketed this year.
Yeah, I mean it's blown me away. I never imagined this many concurrent viewers would watch us ramble and play games.
Yeah, I mean, you know that you got something when you can get 500 people to watch Kabuki Quantum Fighter.
I'm not sure I would watch that, but I'm glad people do. Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny though if you look at the whole, if you look at our analytics, it's like every single week there's like that increase. There's like that spike. It's cool.
Yeah. It's consistent. It's a consistent stream. That's the strongest quality, probably.
Yeah. I saw that someone was asking if we're going to do our yearly John Lennon stream, and yes, it'll be next week, the 29th. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you for everybody who hung out and everyone who donated and, has been with us the whole time, I guess. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. And
maybe I'll be less blurry in the near future.
Yes,
we'll
hopefully. Hopefully.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody, and have a good holiday. Take care.